Imagine you just answered a call from a friend. Before you know it, you're pacing back and forth in your living room, or maybe you're doing laps around the kitchen island. But why does this happen? It's a habit almost all of us share, yet we rarely think about it. Today, we're diving into the fascinating science behind why our feet start moving the moment we start talking. The most common reason we pace is actually quite simple. We're missing a huge part of the conversation. When we talk in person, we rely on visual feedback, like facial expressions, hand gestures, and eye contact. These cues help us process what the other person is saying. But on the phone, all of that is gone. Since our brains are still wired for face-to-face interaction, that unused visual energy needs an outlet, so our bodies translate that mental effort into physical movement. It's as if your brain is trying to compensate for the invisible gestures it can't see. This process is called cognitive offloading. By walking, we're essentially burning off the extra energy that would usually go into reading someone's body language. It's a fascinating way our bodies handle the modern world, using an ancient reflex. Beyond just burning energy, walking actually makes us better thinkers. Have you ever noticed that you come up with your best ideas while you're on the move? Science confirms it. Physical activity, even just a gentle stroll around the room, increases blood flow to the brain. This boost in circulation helps with focus and memory, but there's more to it. Moving your body stimulates the release of a protein called BDNF, which acts like fertilizer for your brain cells. It makes your mind more flexible and creative. So when you're pacing during a difficult conversation or an important business call, you're actually optimizing your brain for the task. The question is, does this mean we're smarter when we pace? Well, not exactly, but we are definitely more engaged. Movement breaks the static patterns of our thoughts, allowing us to process complex information with much more ease. There is also a deep biological connection between how we move and how we speak. In our brains, the areas responsible for motor skills and language are actually neighbors. They share neural pathways. This is why many people find it nearly impossible to tell a story without using their hands. When you're on the phone, your hands might not be enough, so your legs take over. This connection is so strong that research suggests movement can actually help us find the right words. If you've ever felt stuck mid-sentence and started walking faster, that was your brain trying to jumpstart your vocabulary. It's a physiological loop. The motor cortex sends signals to the language centers, saying, "Hey, let's get things moving." It turns out that walking and talking aren't just two separate things we do at once. They are deeply intertwined parts of how our nervous system functions. Lastly, we can't forget our evolutionary roots. For most of human history, a voice meant a person was physically there. Hearing a voice without a body can create a subtle sense of restlessness in our primitive brain. It's almost like a mild form of the fight or flight response. We're alert, we're engaged, and our nervous system is primed for action. Since there's no physical presence to focus on, that alertness turns into a rhythmic, repetitive motion, like walking in circles. It's a way to self-soothe and manage the excitement of the social interaction. So the next time someone asks why you can't sit still during a call, you can tell them it's a mix of neuroscience and thousands of years of human instinct. You aren't just being fidgety, you're being human. The next time you catch yourself doing laps around the house during a phone call, remember, your brain is just doing its best to keep up. It's a perfect example of how our bodies and minds work together in surprising ways. If you enjoyed this little deep dive into everyday mysteries, make sure to subscribe to Wonder Why. Thanks for watching. And keep wondering.